13 Love, Sasimo Bay, Tres Amor. Let's get into this. I am an Israelite. This is me documenting my book of life, public proclamation. Noble Drawley says, if you don't do anything else, declare nationality. Shout out to 13th Son, the messenger, aka the rabbi, apostle, 9 Sanamru Bay, the creator of TLC community. Shout out to all the cousins of the cosmos, 13 Love. To the chief, to the prince, to the moderators, all cousins of the four corners of the earth, and our galactic cousins, as above, so below, and subterranean. Y'all already know. Let's get it. So, the Buddha, the Israelite. This is a small pamphlet, and this is going to be of a series of me basically sharing why I'm an Israelite, why I'm a Aboriginal, and why I'm a Moor. And it's not about me, it's about we. So essentially, if you resonate with any of these schools of thought and you're familiar with this being your heritage, then it's all the same. We're all connected. And we're going to prove that throughout this series, how Moors, Aboriginals, and Israelites, Aboriginals of the Americas particularly, we're all the same. So I'm not going to get too deep into the book. I'm just going to read something real quick, and then I'm just going to free flow from the Spirit. I ask for the Most High's Spirit of Wisdom, Urak Kokma, to speak through me. I do not lean on my own understanding. All right. In almost startling confirmation of the Israelitish origin of Buddhism, many references are to be found in ancient writings, symbols, and rock inscriptions, which compel us to the conclusion that the original Buddhism was none other than the Israel religion. When the prophet Ezekiel was carried captive to Babylon at the age of 25, both he and his father, Buzi, shout out to Lil Buzi, as Aaronites, sons of Aaron, so that means they were Levi, had the missionary urge to see their kinsfolk of Israel cleansed from their idolatry and return to the worship of the one true Elohim, Hashem of Israel. In the book of Ezekiel, we have the missionary prophet's denunciation of the sins of the house of Judah, with whose king Jehoiakim, all right. And I'm gonna pause real quick. All right here, I wanted to just skip to it. You can, if you want to get this book or go online and research this information, go do that. Here amongst these Israelites, Buddha began his mission in this region. Buddhism was found in the most ancient form, and which began to spread about 600 before Common Era. All right, which would put it at 2,500 years ago. Okay. Now, it gets deep in here. You can read it. I'm not going to read this whole thing on this, but you can get into it. I'm just skipping through it. All right. In early Buddhism is shown by Dr. Moore, Lost 10 Tribes. I want to get that book. Let me pause this real quick. It's background noise. To be of Israelitish derivation. Its Saxon origin and affinities are none the less clear. Sakya, or the Saxon, was the founder of Buddhism. I'm going to say it again. Sakya, or the Saxon, was the founder of Buddhism. What does that sound like? How do you say Isaac in Hebrew? Yitzhak, something like that. There's a very Germanic French dialect to it. Isaac or Issachar, or Isaac or Saxon, Saxon, Sakai. This is the same Scythian. These are the same Israelites. Maybe some different schools of thought, but it's the same bloodline of Isaac, which is Abraham. Okay? So the origin of Buddhism, so all the Buddhas, shout out to Eugene Adams. I'm gonna get into that. I'm gonna get into that. That's a really beautiful documentary. I believe the first time I heard about it was from 13 Sons sharing it. Eugene Adams, Africans in Asia, and it documents how, the same thing, the origin of the Buddhism is Africans. You know, the original Buddhas are African. There's one right here. What you talking about? I'm gonna get more into it when I'm on the computer, but that's just something quick. All right, I'm not even gonna read the rest. All right, so that's that. Now, you know, I am absolutely connected to this because this is not about me, man. I'm just documenting my story. You tell your story, share your thoughts, and let's tap in. But I had a dream months ago. It's crazy. If any of y'all are good at dream interpretation, feel free to share your 2 cents. So I was at my parents' house. I currently live in Florida, but my parents' house is in Massachusetts, Boston particularly. And there on the TV screen, there was a weather channel depicting this storm approaching, and I remember on the TV it showed the map of the US, and the storm was in the shape of a cloud that was the cloud was in the shape of like a tic tac. All right, and it covered the entire North America or so-called United States, and it was starting from the West Coast going to the East Coast. Obviously I was in the East Coast, so by the time the cloud was getting to the East Coast on the TV screen, in real time in the dream, the storm was approaching. I remember going outside on my parents' deck. So in the kitchen, there's a door which leads into the deck, to the backyard. And I went through that door outside on the kitchen deck. And I can remember I remember there was a storm approaching. It was nighttime. Keep that in mind. And, I remember wind was picking up and stuff like that. And I remember, dude, this is crazy. There was a cloud approaching. And no bullshit. I have no reason to lie. This ain't about me. I don't have no like, comment, subscribe, share. Ain't none of that BS over here, man. This is my journal, my vlog, you feel me? And then my opportunity to network with like minds, as well as if you want to support, go ahead and check out this these links in the description of my music. Every stream counts. All right. So no bullshit. This cloud that was approaching was a face of a Buddha. Okay, I'm gonna make the thumbnail of the different original Buddhas. It was a freaking cloud in the shape of a Buddha head. All right, bro, it was fucking crazy. And the thing was approaching my parents' backyard, and I swear to God, or I shouldn't say God, I should say I swear to the Most Highs, it was like it was trying to talk to me. Yeah, it didn't say nothing to me, but it came to the backyard, and it was like it was approaching me. And I remember the cloud had a whole bunch of lightning strikes around it, bro. It was crazy. I'm like, bro, what the fuck was that? I didn't go to sleep watching the documentary, or I didn't go to sleep any special way, man. I think I went to sleep listening to a podcast. Technology, that's not good, right? Because it interferes with your dreams. Well, what happened? I don't know. Something is trying to tell me, hey man, you need to start tapping in. Stop effing around and tap in. So that's why I'm really trying to study. And what did Noble Drew Ali said? Study, and when you have studied well, study yourself. So yeah, I saw a cloud ship in the shape of a Buddha head, an African-looking Buddha head, and it was approaching me by a way of coming closer to my parents' house, and it was just fucking trippy, bro. The feeling that I got was just awe, like wow, it wasn't really fear or nothing. But anyway, yeah, that's that. So for the record, I am an Israelite. Yes, I am. I remember. Well, I'm gonna leave that alone. I'll leave that alone. I'm an Israelite. I'm a Moor, and I'm an Aboriginal. All right. So, in the context of ancient times, medieval times, I'm a Moreno, which is a Moorish Jew, but ain't no Jew. If you want to say Judean, sure, descendant of Judean, descendant of David. Sephardic or Swartz. which is swarthy. All right, Sephardic, Swart. It ain't no playing with words, man. All right, swarthy. I say no more. 13 love.